Hey gang, welcome back to the Genre Files. Today we're going to be talking about Westerns. Now, I really do like Westerns. I really do. The problem with me in Westerns is I'm very selective. And if they're not Eastwood or Stewart or maybe a couple other really talented guys, I'm not a fan. I'm going to go on record by saying I'm not a John Wayne fan. I really am not. I can't think of a handful of films that I enjoy. My favorite John Wayne film is The Shootist. I really do like that. I think he ended his career very smart, very well. Plus, it does Jimmy Stewart and Ron Howard, and that's a plus. So I went through Westerns that I had, thinking, man, what can I do? Well, at the same time, I was picking up my R film for Films from A to Z, and I just so happened to find a film that my friend David Coing sent me a while back called Roy Colt and Winchester Jack. This is a treat, okay? The only part that I liked about this whole film, which is laughable after I say this, is it's directed by Mario Bava. That's why it was sent to me. He knows that I am a fan of Bava. And, it's an Italian Western, which shouldn't bother anybody. It's still Western, right? Starts off really good. It really does. As it goes on, it really goes downhill. In the second act, it really starts going downhill to the point where I don't know if this is a full Western or a Western comedy or I don't know, because towards the end, you know, in the third act, there are parts where like stuff falls, like maybe I don't know exactly, maybe a piece of wood falls, a big piece of wood, and the whole ground shakes, and they're like, whoa, and it's just kind of makes it really laughable. And I almost turned it off like 3 times, thinking, fuck this, I'm going to watch another Western. I'm really going to watch another Western. And my R movie is something that I could have chose as a Western, and I really wish I would have chose that over this. I'm glad I watched it for the simple fact that it was Bava, and I wanted to see what could he do with the Western. I'm not even going to blame him for this, because I believe that the direction was exactly what they wanted. You know, I think this is the way they were going. The writing was horrible. Excuse me. The characters were horrible. It was just, I don't know, I don't like John Wayne, but any of his billion Westerns were probably a little better than this. I still thank David for sending it to me. It is in my Bava stuff now. I put it on the shelf when he got it for me, or he sent it to me. I put it on the shelf, and I thought, hey, I'll watch this sometime when we're doing Western stuff. And well, I accidentally found it because I was looking at R's anyway, and fate has it that I chose Roy Colt and Winchester Jack. And that was the wrong choice. But I can say it's under my hat. It's in the past. I've seen it. I don't need to watch it again. I am thinning my collection out, which I keep saying, middle of July. I keep saying it because I want to keep myself in that mood. And this will stay in my collection, no matter how bad it is, because I will keep any gifts that are sent to me, no matter how bad, good, nothing. I totally appreciate all gifts, and this will stay in there. I will put it under R. I don't know if I'm going to put the collection by director or anything like that. I think I may still go alphabetical. But yeah, it's forever in the collection, Dave. Thanks a lot. If anybody has happened to see this, which I'm sure there'll be a couple, you know, maybe Bava fans or just your random fan that has seen this, or random person that has gone, oh, look, this looks interesting. I'm sure you've seen it, but I'd really like to hear your thoughts on this Western. And especially if you like it. This film is so bad. I can't say it's so bad. I've seen worse. This film is bad enough that I really don't remember what it was about. I remember it was about gold. I remember there's a really cool scene where two guys are digging in this hole to get the gold, and they throw all the gold up, and the guy lights a piece of dynamite and throws it in the hole, and of course everybody on the non-receiving end of that dynamite go, oh, and the ground shakes. One of those comedic, kind of like Star Trek where they shake the camera shit. But yeah, I'd really like to hear somebody's thoughts on who has seen it, but I'd really like to hear somebody's thoughts on somebody who likes it and can tell me why they like it, and maybe I'll give it another shot, because I am lost. So that's it. So Monday we'll have A to Z. We are on R. And next week, Mike, especially for you, because I keep forgetting to tell you what it is. It is musicals. So there we go. Go ahead. Check it out. Thanks for watching.